Hello, church family. It's 2 Minute Tuesday. This fall, in our 2 Minute Tuesdays and Meditations, we'll focus on the theme of work and rest. Now, I know it's not technically fall yet, but we all know that Labor Day weekend really represents the transition point between one season and the next. And the season that we're leaving behind is the season of long weekends and long days, breaks from school, breaks from regular schedules. And the season that we're moving into is a season of return to familiar routines and a certain amount of unwanted repetition. Now, when my kids were younger, first day of school, they always bounced out of bed and got themselves ready on their own. And 10 minutes before we had to leave, they were already waiting at the door. They were excited because, of course, everything was new. And then it only took until like day 10 for them to kind of roll over in bed and be like, what? This again? Maybe you've experienced that feeling on the 10th day of making school lunches, or last year, the 10th month of COVID disruptions and interruptions. Or maybe you've experienced it when you hit year 10 of a job that used to be fun and exciting. After a certain amount of repetition, even formerly enjoyable activities become almost intolerable. This does not mean that repetition is bad. In fact, repetition was woven into the fabric of God's good creation. Psalm 136, when you read through it, repeats this one phrase over and over and over. God's steadfast love endures forever. And the structure of Psalm 136 really celebrates all the relentless and repetitive and routine ways that God sustains our beautiful world. In his book Orthodoxy, G.K. Chesterton writes this. He says, children want things repeated and unchanged. They always say, do it again. And the grown-up person does it again until he or she is nearly dead. For we adults are not strong enough to exult in monotony. But perhaps God is. It is possible that God says every morning, do it again to the sun, and every evening, do it again to the moon. Although all daisies are alike, God makes every daisy separately, but has never got tired of making them. Our good God delights in predictable, repetitive things like sunrises and changing seasons. God designed you and me to participate in His work of tending and sustaining His good creation, and doing this work in repetitive, faithful ways. God delights even in our most routine activities because God delights in you and me. So, as you face this new season, as you face every new day, just imagine God facing it with you and whispering in your ear, let's do it again.